to Bill Maher.
Cultures, that's what makes the world go on, different cultures. I have two right in my own family. I am half Jewish, my mother is Jewish, and my father is Catholic. That's a thing to grow up with, huh? And no, I was raised Catholic formally. Do we have Catholics here? I see candles. And I was raised formally Catholic, but the Jewish mind comes out in strange ways, like we used to go to confession, and I would bring a lawyer in with me. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. You know, Mr. Cohen. He helping me with a few legal points, you know. That's why, you never notice the Christians and the Jews, for people like me, they make the holidays come at the same time of year. That's why you have, you know, Passover and Easter at the same time, and Christmas and Hanukkah, and at this time of year, Yom Kippur and the playoffs. Actually, you know, we don't use that term Easter anymore. Do you know that? Because of our secular society, because of mostly college kids. College kids think that Christ rose on the third day of spring break. I went to catechism. Do they still call it catechism? Where you learn and learn very lofty theological concepts at a very young age. Too young. I didn't really understand them. Things like original sin. Remember that one? I thought that meant that you had to make up a new one every time. We go into confession, the priest says, I'm sorry, that's been done. But they taught us some noble things, and I think kids need more spiritual training, really. They taught us some great things like Jesus Christ died for all of our sins, which is really what I call picking up the check for the whole table. You know. No, these sins are on me, please. Let me do this. I want to do this. I'm signing. My father's big with the company. Let me do it. Yeah. Well, you have to admit, religion makes you do things you would never do for any other reason. For no, I ever think about the first guy to hear about circumcision. Listen, one guy, Moses came down from the mountain with that one. One guy must have went, let me get this straight. He wants us to cut the end of our what off? I believe I'm busy that day. No, I go back to the church, and it's amazing. They are stepping into the modern era now, which is interesting to see. There are a lot of innovations. When I used to go, we got the wafer, and now when they serve that, there's also a salad bar. Their attitude is, if you're going to eat, manja. Don't just fill up on bread. No. Do you know, I read this I thought was amusing, and maybe you will. Do you know what the most attended day on the Catholic calendar is? More Catholics go than any other day. It's not Easter and it's not Christmas. It's, of all things, Palm Sunday. Because, you know that? Because on Palm Sunday, they give you a little palm cross. To me, this is like batting helmet night. You give something away, people come out. It's a materialistic society. I've made myself a victim of that materialism. I got so many devices this year. First I got the thing that makes the lamp go on and off when you're away. And then I got the phone machine, answers my calls when I'm out. Then I got the Betamax, watches TV. They don't need me there anymore. I've made myself obsolete in my own home. I walk in, my appliances make me sleep in the guest room. It's ridiculous. What is he doing here? But, well, a late laugher. Thank you very much. Yeah. Well, that's it. They make things too easy sometimes. That can be a problem. I remember, in college, you know, we used to think we were daring if we, started the weekend Thursday night. That was now it's like Monday noon. You know, kids are, I can't go to class today. It's snowing. Thanks. College, my motto was, if you're not wasted, the day is. Which is no way to live, really. I used to sleep through important things like February. No way to live. I went back to my high school. Boy, things are changed there. Kids now, they make out in the hallways. Have you seen this? It's amazing. Kids, they kiss, they neck. I was shocked. I was revulsed. I was jealous. You know, in my day, girls, a big thing. Girls in the halls, they'd get pinned. You know, now they get nailed. Whole different ball game there. Yeah, I think television is a sad influence. There's too much sex on TV. You know, Boy, you watch, even in the afternoon, you watch, like, the match game? It's on at 4:30 in New York. Questions like, John said to Mary, let's blank until our brains fall out. Charles Nelson Riley says, cook. I mean, there. When I grew up, sex was subtle on TV. If they wanted it, they slipped it between the lines, you know? You had to watch out for what was going on in these shows. You remember shows like Petticoat Junction? Remember that show? What was going on in that series? 3 beautiful girls, no means of support we ever saw, living in a hotel. The Shady Rest Hotel. There's a reason Uncle Joe is moving kind of slow. Yeah. Patty Duke Show, remember that one? Theme song? Patty likes to rock and roll, a hot dog makes her lose control. Yeah. I think people put too much pressure on each other in relationships. That's a problem. I read a letter in Penthouse magazine the other day, which I realize is not a great fount of knowledge on these affairs, but it was indicative. Woman wrote in, get this is the truth, said that she had to motivate her lovers so much that she gives them prizes for how well they do in the sack. Could you live with that, fellas? Is that, how'd I do tonight, honey? Oh, not bad. In fact, you could have anything on the bottom shelf. Well, you've been very nice. It's been a thrill for me to come out here to the West Coast. Thank you so much. Good night. Thank you.
Okay, I'm just going for a simple laugh here. A guy orders rice pudding, and when the waiter brings it, he says, wait a minute, what are these little black things in it? He says, don't worry, those are raisins. So a minute later, the guy calls over the waiter, and he says, hey, I hate to bother you, but one of the raisins just walked off the plate. One of the raisins just walked off the plate.